Tenzin Ang is just before us. I think I started quite a few episodes with Tenzin Ang. But we're nearly there. We're just outside the actual location of Tenzin Ang, but there's a few things you could do to make life a little easier for yourself. I covered that towards the end, but just a quick reminder, make sure you have a Malokian Hand amulet. I'm not sure if you have to equip it, I don't think it matters. Also make sure you have this book that you get from Stillwater's Inn. I can't remember the name of the inn, but talking to the innkeeper and saying has someone left something there for you, we'll give you this. We're going to have a quick look through this right now. This must be from Joachim, as it says here. The men trying to kill you seem to be remnants of the Malokian Hand, who, long ago, were assassins for the Order of the Dead, the Darien Ka. I found this ancient but incomplete text concerning their history. They don't seem to be bad fellows. Right, yeah, assassins don't appear to be bad fellows. Perhaps just a bit misdirected. Things are too dangerous right now. I shouldn't have even had you come here. I'll find you. Lost histories of the Malokian Hand. Their separation from the Order of the Dead was always a mystery, but translations from the scrolls of Teleran, first assassin of the Hand, have brought to light their enigmatic reasons for leaving. A half-torn excerpt from the fourth scroll reads, "And the writings of the great necromancer were found by me, and his madness and abominations were made clear, and I threw myself to the ground, with great sorrow, gnashing of teeth. How evil were the men, to whom we had pledged our hearts and our swords. I vowed to make war, and we sent ourselves upon them and the grey legions of the plains of Vurdrin. And we broke them, but also were broken upon them. My heart burns." Obviously there were some doctrinal differences between the Darien Ka and the Order of Assassins. The great necromancer referred to is obviously Kurgan the Terrible, after whose death was formed the Order of the Dead. The writings that Trellian, I think it says Trellian, yeah, Trellian, refers to are unknown, but it's been surmised they are some sort of personal journal or logbook. One of the skulls of Trellian also refers to the master's place of dark secrets set among the stones, which may not refer to Kurgan's lost laboratory, which is in the Stonecutters Cavern, the Stonecutters clan caverns. Spoken of curiously in both writings of Belek and Yasad. Yaskrod? I'm going to say Yasad. Interesting. Very important though. That book is going to be very helpful, particularly with a certain friend of ours in our group. But anyway, the assault or subterfuge of Tenzin Ang awaits. Now, if we're clever, they shouldn't attack us. I think you really have to be persuasive on this. Oh, we'll see. Let's talk to the Dark Elf Guard. I don't know why. It's night, so let me wait until day. It's still night. I'm here to see Mengarad. You are aware of the procedure. Where's your amulet, Malokian? Here it is. Show me the amulet of the Malokian Hand. You may enter. You are most kind. We are in. And that looks completely different to Kintara, doesn't it? Everything looks different here. There's guards wandering around in heavy armor. Just random people. Cool seats, though. I'll give them that. Be quick about it. I have to be on. May I ask you a question? No, I don't think I'll really say much. Let's just take a look around. Unfortunately, though, it has a fog of war, so I can't really see anything in it. Just a chair. You know, I thought they'd be more suspicious, I will say. I thought they'd be more like, oh, wow, this guy, I've never seen him before, he has a half an army with him. Must be a new recruit or something. I can't totally see anything wrong with that. Well, you never know. This person sticks out here. There's a Dark Elf Wizard.
Yes?
Hello, madam. May I ask who you are?
I am Zan Alurin, warrior priestess of the Dark Elves. And who are you, stranger? You've never before seen the trees of Senang. Of that...
Senang. Is that how it's pronounced? Senang. I'm Kentaling.
Honesty. You surprise me. You take a large risk in exposing yourself to me, especially considering what you are.
I always want honesty to be unrooted real truth.
Impressive. That is a lesson that few learn in this life, although it seems so very, very simple. Oftentimes we walk in the shadows while trying to see the light, afraid of facing it before we really understand it. But both the journey and the goal are important, and rarely can we separate the two.
I agree. What about you? What is it that you seek?
I see things. When you walked into Senang, I saw something around you. A great latticework of wood and iron, and it carried a great weight, which weighed nothing at all. These are the visions I see. What they mean, I don't always know. But I do know that you are somehow important to me.
Why? What answers are you seeking, Azan?
What do you know of the Dark Elves? Do you know the differences between us and our cousins in Kintara?
I know the philosophical differences.
Then you know that the Dark Elves, like Aranax, want Arcanum to once again be ruled by elves, and elves only. They will stop at nothing to make this a reality. They've already done much, and are still doing so.
You keep saying they. Aren't you a dark elf, Zan?
Yes. Yes, I am. I am a dark elf. Sometimes that is a burden. I don't know exactly what I believe anymore. I see visions, and these visions tell me that there is something very wrong with what the Dark Elves are working for. Something very wrong with all that they have done.
Why? What have they done?
I can say no more. All I can tell you is that I do not know if my place is here among them, and that somehow my answers lie with you, and where you are going. But I won't lie about my loyalties. In the end, it is my own answers that I seek. When my choice is made, that is all that will matter.
If it's answers that we both seek, then why don't you join me?
You would have me? Knowing I can make you no promises? Knowing that my own answers will always come first? And you have no idea where we are going, and I will not tell you. Not yet. Not until I am sure of the right choice.
Sure, will you come with me?
No, I don't think that I'm interested in traveling with someone as morally rigid as yourself. Was there anything else? Yes?
She's a companion. That's all I know really much about her. I never really took her with me. I think you have to be evil? She's meant to be kinda like the opposite of Raven, who is also a companion. Kicks the ogre. Ouch. You bruised my toe. You'll pay for that infraction, mongrel. You kicked him. Of course it's gonna hurt. We could help them. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the elves here just yet. Part of me wants to, just annihilate them. It'd be very easy. Is this the passage? Yeah, this is it. Okay. Let's drop a save. Right.
When my guards informed me a foot soldier of the Malokian Hand was here to see me, I couldn't guess what you could possibly have to speak with me about.
I've come to talk about your banishment of the dwarves.
What concern are a bunch of inbred dwarves to you? You should be out hunting down that blimp survivor instead of wasting my time, assassin.
The BMC directly relates to our search for the blimp survivor.
I think you are searching for anything to excuse the Hand's inability to locate the survivor.
We're more effective when given all necessary information.
And just what do you think we are keeping from you?
We need to know where they were banished to.
The Malokian Hand should have no concern for the whereabouts of a few measly dwarves.
We think the survivor was trying to contact them.
That would be an impossible task for someone of his limited resources. You will learn nothing from this line of inquiry.
What do you think the dwarf told the survivor?
We cannot be sure, obviously, but we assume it has something to do with why the dwarves were banished to the void. Sadly, Stenar, the dwarf from the blimp, was one of the most skilled engineers. His loss set our timetable back a fair amount.
Why would the dwarves banish to the void? Using baits in your scheme was a stroke of genius.
After all those years of trying to concoct a plausible excuse to banish a group of dwarves, that young fool stumbles in there and walks away with their cherished technology. Aranax himself couldn't have dreamed up a better scenario.
Aranax must be furious that Stenar escaped.
What did he expect? He has them constructing a technological gate to weaken the ward so he can re-enter this realm, and he's surprised when one of them escapes through it.
Why isn't Aranax returned? Stenar made it through.
Stenar had absolutely no magical aptitude. He was able to slip through the smallest opening without any danger to himself. If someone of Aranax's magical power were to attempt to come through before the rift was big enough, it would be an excruciating death, to say the least.
I think I have enough information to proceed now. Good day.
What is it now?
And so the subterfuge, hello. The subterfuge worked. We got there, got the information we need without killing anyone. Of course you can murder them, there's really no negative. But this chap sticks out. Make sure you have the book. I know who you are. The man before you is thin, white, and grey, wolf with grey wolfish eyes. He fingers a dagger on his belt. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? The man laughs. You wear the amulet of Malokian hand. You show no respect to your master? I have no masters. You obviously know nothing of the hand's traditions. Ha! A valiant attempt, my friend. I've done the same thing myself, had I been in your position. His face goes still. And now I know that my ruse hadn't worked. Did you really think the hand would recognize his prey? We were looking for you for a long time, stranger, so you know who I am. Who are you? He bows slightly. I am Gideon Lair, first blade of the Malokian hand. I sought you for a long time, and here you are, walking into my very arms. Interesting indeed. I find it interesting that you're a mere whipping boy. Yes, indeed. I'm curious. Why did the Malokian hand want to kill me? Why else? We're assassins, my friend. We've been contracted to kill you. Is there anything else needs to be said? Why? What did I do? Sadly, you've done nothing at all. The original contract was for a dwarf named Stenar Rockcutter, who was posing as a gnome when he boarded the IFS Zephyr. You spoke to the dwarf and involved yourself in his affairs. We've been hunting you ever since. So I was merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. It would seem that way, yes. And yet you don't wonder why the Dark Elves wanted Stenar dead. This is not important to me. The Hand are assassins. We provide a service, and we perform very well, and we are paid for that service upon completion of our contract. Nothing else is important. Nothing else is important, my friend. The Hand has no conscience or morality. We are deaf, and that death has come to you. The Hand hasn't always been this way. He gives you a hard look. What could you possibly know of the Hand, stranger? We have been assassins for more than 1,000 years. Our record is immaculate. Our technique, those of the oldest masters. You don't know us at all. I know of the Darien Car, Gideon. I know why the Hand left them. What? How could you? You know nothing. A mere scrap of information. An old name. You don't have any idea what you're talking about. I do, Gideon. I do. Tell him of the book Joachim sent you. He has silent for a long time. So you do know our history. You may very well be the only living person outside the Hand who knows these things. That what we once served evil ends is shame to us. Why is the Hand so ashamed? Do you have any idea what sort of monster that Kagan the Terrible was? He discovered all the dark necromantic art. He used to experiment on living souls, killing them, and then raise them from the dead. The Darien Ka was his evil progeny, and we served them unquestionably for 500 years. We had never been told of what Kagan had done, and then your leader, Trellian, found something. Yes, it is said that he found the writings of Kagan, which had described in detail the experiments he used to perform on his victims. It made Trellian sick, with revulsion and despair. He vowed to destroy the Darien Khan no matter the cost. Hold on a moment, I may actually have Kagan's journal. What? Where did you find it? I was in the caverns of the Stonecutter clan. Tell him. Interesting. You seem to know much. Gideon looks troubled. Tell me, what is it you're doing here? What brings you to the village of the Dark Elves? It seemed the last place you'd want to be. That's quite a story. Tell him. So Aranax is coming back, and it seems the Dark Hells are helping him to do so. Anger flares in his eyes, and once again the hand is being used for evil purposes. That will no longer be the case. He glanced at the home of Mingorad. As for you, I am deeply sorry. The hand will bother you no more. Thank you, Gideon. And Bollinger, your mission is complete. You may return to your previous duties. Didn't you find it really odd that Bollinger was totally happy to just come with us with no questions asked? And just, well, not really bother with anything? It was a bit too out of place, wasn't it? But it was on purpose. Bollinger was part of them, and he was waiting for the perfect opportunity to kill you. But something changed. Bollinger, you're of the Malokian Hand? Yes, I am an assassin of the Hand. I don't understand. Why didn't you kill me? Gideon is no fool. The Hand has no conscience, it's true, but its leader is wise. From the beginning, we distrust the Dark Elves. My job was to observe and decide on the best course of action. Our other assassins were unaware of my presence, and had I not told Gideon the Dark Elves' involvement? Had we not come here, and you had not convinced Gideon of the error of our ways, I would have killed you, such is my assignment. Regardless of my, personal opinions, I take it as a compliment. Thank you for your help, Bollinger. He inclines his head slightly, of course, then to Gideon. Sir, I was wondering, if I don't have a new assignment, do you think it might be a possibility that you might be permitted to journey on with our friend here? I was thinking the very thing myself. Yes, you may stay with him as long as he seems necessary. It is the least a hand can do for the trouble we caused you. Thank you. I suppose I'll be on my way. Good luck to you. We won't be seeing each other again. He looks around fervently. I recommend you leave here as soon as you're done with your business. Goodbye, Gideon. And that's that. Sen Ang is done. We've got all the information we need on where the BMC dwarfs are. I think I have to click all the way over here. Wish there's a way to fast forward this, but there isn't. Mingorad has told me the Dark Elves were waiting for years to find an excuse to banish a group of dwarves to the Void, for the purpose of constructing a gate to enable Aranax to return. Mingorad divulged that Stenna was able to escape through a minimally functioning gate because of his lack of magical aptitude. And that's it. We just need to head back to Kantara now and turn in the information we have with... One second. I'm going to talk to him about Bollinger. I'm going to talk to Bollinger. Well, I guess he won't. I guess he has nothing else to say about it. And that's fine. If we had Bollinger with us, and we didn't convince the, Gideon of the error of their ways, we would be fighting him as well. And, of course, we could take him down, but he'd do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Bollinger's very well equipped. Unlike these hissing kites who keep coming at me and screaming at me, like, oh my god! What is with the bears? Oh, okay. Can I at least get past the F? Thank you. God. That was horrible. Alright, let's go and talk to Raven. Oh, we have to talk to him first. No, I don't want to talk to you. Good day to you, yes, let me in, please. Your kind has taken much from us already. Our next port of call really is the Void. But that won't be for a while yet. We need other things doing first.
Hello again. It's so very... Certainly. How can I help you?
I bring information about the village of the Dark Elves.
I'm so glad you returned safely. So very relieved.
She
Are
claps.
you hurt?
Oh.
Perhaps you need some healing.
Yeah, I mean, that should be quite helpful. I'm so very glad you returned, blah blah blah. She claps both of her hands, her eyes looking over you. Are you hurt? I'm very much like that.
Then I shall heal you. Are you ready?
Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna read this out in a very sensual tone. She steps closer, sliding her hands to your shoulders and touching her forehead to your chest. She breathes slowly and deeply. Her hands grip you more tightly as she pulls you closer. A heat begins to grow between you. There's a slight buzzing in your ears. She whispers, "Yeah."
There. You say you have news?
She steps back, smiling, her hands lingering on your shoulders before they fall to her sides. I bring news of the Dark Elves.
Did you find the village of the Dark Elves?
I
Tell
traveled
me
to...
what happened.
I traveled to Toronto and tell her how you found Tensenang. Tensenang sounds better.
That's quite an adventure. But it seems you found what you were looking for. And this Mingorad, did you find him? Did he tell you what happened to the Black Mountain clan?
Yes, she was in the village. I spoke with her.
She? And what did she have to say? You were there long enough. Obviously you two had much to discuss.
Is she jealous? She sounds jealous. Only what time was necessary. I had reasons to return quickly.
And that is perhaps the best compliment I've ever received. Thank you.
I don't think I was
Tell
meaning
me
it
of this
about you.
Mingorad. What did she say?
She told me of the Black Mountain clan.
So, the Black Mountain clan was banished in order to help Aranex weaken the wards. He's really coming back. We elves are a magical race and wise to the ways of rune and prophecy. But I never really thought... Regardless, we must act. You must speak to my mother. She may be able to see what is to be done.
I have questions on
The
Aranex.
story of Aranex is an old one. He was a powerful elf who
We already
lived
know
in
it
the
pretty
age of
well.
legends. Back then, there was an... My mother will know the course we
We've
should
already
take.
heard it a million times.
She may be able to see
Just
through
want to see
all
if
of
there's
this
anything
and
new.
tell us what is to be done.
I'll speak of her. I'll return once I have. Oh god, here we go again. Hello.
Hello again, traveler.
Hello, Silver Lady. I have one more question to ask you.
Yes, I knew you'd return to me. And it seems that you still walk the shore. This gladdens me.
Why?
It means that you've chosen the right path, traveler. At least, right in the way that you see things. I am happy for you.
May I ask something?
Of course. What is the question?
What am I to do next? Please, try to be clear. Silence. Silver Lady? More silence.
Your answer lies with Nazradin.
Nazradin? How's that possible?
You have your answer, traveler. We won't be speaking again.
Wait, who? You hear a faint whisper and soft laughter, but otherwise the lady is still. Well, that was unhelpful, as always.
Hello again. It's so... Certainly. How can... Of course. What did you want to talk about? Mingorad. What did she see? Hello again. Certainly. You did. And what did she tell you?
Oh, I've spoken with your mother about Aranex. She told me your answer lies with Nazradin.
That's very, very odd.
Why?
Because Nazradin has been dead for more than 2,000 years.
That seems to make things difficult, but of course we're probably going to have to go some digging up another bit of graves.
Yes, it would seem so.
She smiles ironically. And Nazin and the Council, they banished Aranax.
Yes, I know. At least that's the story. As I've said, I don't know the details.
Well, that puts me in a pinch. I'm looking for a dead man. Again.
Yes, it is very strange. My recommendation is that we travel to Caledon. There we will find the first temple of the Panari, and perhaps some more answers.
I'm sorry, did you say we?
Yes, I did. This matter affects all of Arcanum and the elves more directly. Where else would I be than where I am most needed?
I wasn't questioning the decision. So, you'd like to join me?
No, you already have too many companions as it... Was there anything else? I've much to take...
We can ask her if she can join you. In fact, I'm gonna tell Stog to wait for the moment.
Hello again. Certainly. Of course. I'd love to join you. Then let's go...
So Raven joins the party. Well, not really. In fact, quite a few interesting companions are able to join you now, which is very interesting. So as you can probably guess, Raven is very magic-based. Extremely magic-based. She's also an expert in bow, which is... not a fan, personally, but that's just me. She has access to healing. She can actually heal up to Sanctuary, which is nice. With a bit of convincing, she could probably heal up to Resurrect. What does she have? Pretty sure she has something. Oh, here we are. Water. Purity of water, which I think raises the beauty of a target creature. Fog, Squall of Ice, Body of Water. Yeah, that's nice. Anything else? Nope, just that. Summoning. Well, I expected, really.
How may I help you? Then I will do my best to answer.
But she might be interesting to keep along. As much as I hate to say it. If we can put more... she only has perception of 8, so I can't really give her firearms, though it would be funny. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna tell her to wait.
Of course. I'll do that right away.
Wait.
How may I help you? No. Was there any...
Oh well, that's fine. I did think about making a bit of a reshuffle in my group, but... I don't know at this stage. She's very underleveled compared to us. Well, another point in repair, I think. Excellent. And that's that. We need to go back to Caledon and interact with the Panari Temple. But there's a few places I want to make a stop next. We're actually about over halfway, or over 3/4 of the way through the game now. We're not far from the actual end. But there is some things I need to do before we even remotely think about going there. Caledon is where we need to go next, definitely. But I want to make a quick stop at the Wheel Clan and Torrent, and possibly Ashbury. I think something happens there as well. But we'll check all that out next time. Bye-bye!